Hello everyone, it is MisterStubstep, and today I have another value discussion, this time on the black and white set, Plasma Blast. I took a break I took a break last week because Evolving Skies came out, but now I should be getting back to my normal schedule. You guys should have seen a couple opening videos as well as a TCG player pickup video this week, and then we're finishing up the week on Thursday with another value discussion. So, like always, I'm going to go through some administrative information first before I go into the actual card discussion, and then I summarize at the end. So down below, I'll have links to this Google Sheet so you can kind of explore the other black and white sets if you haven't seen the other videos, as well as timestamps if you want to skip right to the card discussion, as well as a playlist containing all the value discussions that I've ever done on any sets. I've done all the X and Y sets, all the Sun and Moon sets, as well as their promos. I've done all the Sword and Shield sets through Vivid Voltage, and then all the black and white sets up to Plasma Blast. So, yeah. So we'll start out with some administrative information. So this spreadsheet is out of 29 August. I'm doing this late on a Sunday night. I've been pushing off these videos a lot lately. I feel like I need to just knock them out when I, have time, but I've been pushing them to the side a little bit. But because I do all my videos on the weekends. There's some color coordination. The set was released on 13 August 2013. So a little over, 8 years ago now? Now it's end of August, beginning of September. Base card total, secret rare total. Once again, a really good size set in my opinion. A reasonable amount of secret rares to collect, and then the base card total. You could maybe increase this a little bit up to 150, but still a good size set. We're starting out with the left column. That is just the card. It's going to be very self-explanatory in the description there, what kind of card it is. Rarity, also self-explanatory. There is more ace spec cards within this set, or rare ace cards, as they call it here. And then the raw on TCG player is just the marketplace value on TCG player, or the market price value. Basically, it's what its average selling at pretty much for all conditions. Grade, I try to find PSA 10s, but for a lot of these black and white sets, the cards are a lot more obscure. So I try to find as close to that as possible. So sometimes I dive to other grading companies and non-PSA 10s. Sold price is the last sold listing price rounded up to the nearest dollar, not including shipping. Forgot to mention TCG players rounded down to the nearest dollar. And then date of sale is when that listing or auction ended. And then the PSA 10 pop report, number on the left is the number of 10s, the number on the right is the number currently registered with PSA, and if there's an R in parentheses, it means it's referring to the reverse hollow version of that card. So, starting out, I didn't mark the cards that I was going to be doing, so I'm going to do that really quick. All right, so I've marked everything up. If it's in red, that means I'll be talking about it today, and if it's italicized, I have the card. I actually own 0 cards from this set, so yeah. So starting out with Suicune. PSA 9 in reverse sold for $64. It's one of the legendary Beast Dog Cats, whatever you want to call them. And there's only one graded, and it's this 9. So look at that. If you're a legendary master set legendary dog collector out there, then this is a card that you'll be needing. And there's only one registered with PSA, so hopefully it's with BGS or CGC. We have the Houndoom. Actually a really cool card. Surprisingly selling for a really good amount. And at a 10, $228. Ungraded, it's only a couple bucks. And, I mean, you can kind of look at the pop report. There's only one PSA 10, and there's probably a Houndoom collector out there too. So this was probably on their list. And, yeah, 1 out of 13 graded a 10. Over $200. Not shabby at all. We have the Blastoise. So there is a Blastoise in this set. Oh, you can see my alter ego in the sheet. There is a Blastoise in this set. A 9 selling for $90. It is only a holo rare, worth $4 ungraded. 11 out of 62 graded a 10. So I feel like a lot of these cards aren't super difficult to grade, but you always have to keep in mind black and white sets was not at a super popular time, so a lot of people were probably just playing the game. Not a ton of people were actually like collecting these sets and taking care of the cards. Like even the ones that were taking care of them or that were collecting are probably like me when I was a kid, and none of them are in 10 condition anymore. So this Blastoise artwork is okay, not my favorite. We have the Palkia EX from Team Plasma. So you'll see this later, but the full art Palkia sold for less than this regular Palkia. Let me actually check something. Yeah, so $350 in a PSA 10, just $7 ungraded, 8 out of 58 graded a 10. I guess they should be out there, Dialga and Palkia collectors, because people like the legendaries, the box legendaries, or they're like the first legendaries you think of when you think of a generation. But my goodness, just $350 for just a regular EX. I don't even think it's that good looking of a card, but hey, price speaks for itself. We have the Master Ball, the only ace spec card I'll be talking about today. $14, and then a 9 selling for $60. Only 2 out of 14 have graded a 10. I always thought the Master Ball cards were kind of cool because it's a Master Ball. You know, it's a very iconic item, probably the most iconic item besides maybe like the Experience Share or Lucky Egg within the games. We have the Genesect EX Team Plasma full art. There's been other people in the comments that really appreciate the Team Plasma cards. From my opinion, they are not the most aesthetically pleasing, but maybe if I grew up with them, I'd like them a lot more. You know, they kind of have like that blue background and all that stuff. Not my favorite. I guess you could say I prefer the Team Rocket or other, antagonist teams within the games, but I can see why people would like this. This is the most expensive recently sold card in this set, and a 10 selling for $673 on actually the day that I am filming this. So that's interesting. We'll see if that sale holds up, but yeah, just reporting on what I find today. 21 out of 80 graded a 10. I do think this is one of the better looking full arts within the set. I think the Team Plasma, sponsorship on this Pokemon in particular actually looks good. Some of the Pokemon, it just seems kind of out of place, We have the Rare Candy, a secret rare within the set. CGC 8.5 selling for $31. Rare Candy is always, a cool card. If it still does what I think it does, if this older version, you can skip an evolution or skip a stage in the evolution line, which I always thought was kind of cool. 22 out of 89 graded to 10 and $28 ungraded. I imagine it's still pretty expensive because, people that want to play in those older, the expanded decks, throwing some cool gold border secret rare candies in there would be kind of cool. We have the Dialga EX, also sponsored by Team Plaza Full Art. I found it listed for $600, but the best offer was accepted in a PSA 10, so I imagine in a 10 in this, like now, it would probably go for more than that, but, who's to say this could have gone for $300 at the time? There's really no way to know. $44 ungraded, so pretty solid card ungraded. 29 out of 94 graded a 10. We have the Virizion or the Verizon. I just like calling it Verizon because it makes me chuckle, but secret rare, $47. Virizion actually got some good some love within this set. $47 ungraded. PSA 10 was listed for $550, and it was best offer accepted. I imagine it probably sold for in between $400 and $500. This is the most graded card within the set. It isn't the most populated 10, but it is the most graded, with 49 out of 154 graded a 10. We have the Jirachi EX Full Art, almost making it to 50 ungraded, but $49 ungraded. I personally think this is a beautiful card. Probably my favorite. It's my favorite full art within the set, and I kind of have a thing for Jirachi. I still don't actually have one in the video games, but one day I'll get one. PSA 10, $500, very respectable sold amount, and 31 out of 103 graded a 10. We have the Palkia EX Full Art. I think this one looks better than the Dialga in the set, because Dialga is kind of blue as well, so it kind of blends in with the card, which to me is just so much blue and outline. It just doesn't look good. Palkia, I think, looks a little bit better with the Team Plasma. $50 ungraded, and a 10, $275. 17 out of 78 graded a 10. We have the Dusknoir. So I don't know. I wanted this one to do better. I think a lot of the secret rares from the black and white sets are just really hard to find in general, especially in good condition, but they're just hard to find. PSA 8 selling for $99, and 45 and 146 graded a 10. We have the Iris Full Art, another character that I just forget about sometimes. $78 ungraded, PSA 10 for a trainer full art. This is a female, so keep that in mind. $491, 32 out of 136 graded a 10. All right. And then finally, the Execute. You got to love what Pokemon was doing at this time. A lot of times they gave the secret rare form of cards that were, fairly useful, fairly competitive. Because, it would make sense if a bunch of people are buying these cards to put in their decks. If you produce a flashier one or a more premium one, people are going to want to deck out their decks, So, secret rare ungraded, over $100 at $119 for just a little Execute. It has a really good ability. Keep that in mind. Really cool ability. PSA 8, couldn't find any higher graded ones recently, which I was kind of sad about. But PSA 8, $105. Not bad. I think I found some listed for 9s and stuff, but it was best offer, so I just wanted to put the one that gave an actual price. And 62 out of 149 graded a 10. I think it is the most 10s within this set, yeah. So, Execute finishing us up. That might be the first time no, actually, we've had some Pikachus. I was going to say that might be the first time we've had a non-fully evolved Pokemon, but I'm pretty sure the sets with Pikachu, we've had some be the best. All right, so now, I forgot to unbold Plasma Freeze like a peasant because we're not focused on Plasma Freeze today. We're focused on Plasma Blast. So only 29 cards over $1. This set, I think it's slightly worse than Plasma Freeze and definitely worse than Plasma Storm as far as collectability goes. Still a cool set. You know, all these Plasma sets, I feel like a lot of people like kind of lump them all together. At least that's how I think of them. I always get them mixed up. But yeah, it's a decent set collectability-wise. For some more tidbits, couldn't find a master set sold. I found a bunch of, you know, random lots of the cards from the set, but nothing significant to report there. Booster pack was averaging about $45 per pack, depending on pack artwork. I saw some for 40, some for 50. You know, some are blisters. It's whatever. They brought back the Elite Trainer box again. They took a Gap set for some reason, and they brought it back, and it sells for more than the booster box, $2,300. It is a very beautiful Elite Trainer box. It's not as good looking as the one with Lugia, but I mean, Genesect is on there, which I guess is kind of cool if you like Genesect. I'm not a huge fan of Genesect because I didn't watch the anime at this time, and I've never caught one because it's a mythical. I know they were in Pokemon Go, but I wasn't playing at the time that they came out, so I just have no feelings towards Genesect, but I'm sure people do. And then the booster box, $1,825, so still respectable price, over $1,000, but just not a side out after some of the other sets because, you know, there's not a ton of super big hitters within this set as far as, you know, the obvious ones. I mean, you have a Blastoise, but it's just a holo rare. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this set. As far as collectability goes, is there any worthy of the high tier? I'm honestly not sure. I would put, I mean, the secret rares at least in the mid tier, as well as the Iris Full Art. The Palkia and the Dialga, because they're Team Plasma, I can't put them as high, so I'd probably lump them in the medium mid tier as well as the Genesect, and then probably the Trainer secret rares maybe in the low tier because those are kind of unique, and then probably the Blastoise and the Houndoom and the Palkia, just the regular EX with the Dialga, probably in the low tier as well. But not too many crazy cards, and I guess you could throw the Suicune in there too, but yeah, not too many crazy collectible cards within the set. I mean, you have Jirachi, which is, you know, mythical Generation 3 Pokemon, I think. Yeah, I want to say it's Generation 3 because Celebi is Generation 2, but I could be wrong. And, I mean, you have some decently competitive cards within this set, but collectability-wise, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty much all I have for this video. If it's your second video of mine, consider subscribing. If you like what you saw, leave a like. If you don't like what you saw, just give me some feedback down below on how I can improve these types of videos, or just give me a dislike. And, yeah, I conclude this spreadsheet. Just have a couple more black and white sets left, and then I'll probably end up doing promos and then maybe take a break or do some other sets or other types of videos. We'll see. But thanks again so much for watching, and yeah, have a good day.